Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Grab your double-double, get comfortable, and let's talk some hockey, eh? So I was scrolling through some Leafs news this morning, minding my own business, and I stumbled across an article that honestly made me stop and go, wait a second, hear me out. We all know the Toronto Maple Leafs are always looking for that missing piece to push them over the hump in the playoffs. We've talked about defense, we've talked about goaltending, but today I want to talk about a wild card, a guy who right now is probably the ultimate buy low candidate in the entire NHL. I'm talking about Patrik Laine. Now, before you click away or start typing angry comments about his defense or his history of injuries, just stick with me for a minute. Because if you look at the numbers, the situation, and the absolute bargain this could be, it might just be the smartest move the front office could make this offseason. Let's look at the reality of the situation. Patrik Laine is a former second overall pick. When he's on, the guy is an absolute sniper. We're talking top shelf, where mama hides the cookies, absolute beauty of a shot. But let's be real, his last little while has been rough. He's been bouncing around, and his most recent stint with the Montreal Canadiens was frankly a disaster. Injuries completely derailed his season. He only managed to play 5 games. 5! For a guy who's supposed to be a premier goal scorer, that's a massive red flag. And because of that, his market value right now is sitting in the absolute basement. Teams are looking at him and seeing the injury history, the inconsistencies, and the baggage. They're scared to commit long-term money to him. And honestly, that's exactly where the Maple Leafs need to step in. When everyone else is zigging, you zag, right? This is the definition of a low-risk, high-reward scenario. So what's the play here? The Leafs shouldn't be throwing a massive long-term contract at him. No way. What they should do is offer a classic prove-it deal. Think about it. A 1-year contract at a very modest base salary loaded with performance bonuses. You know the type. You get a bonus for hitting 20 goals, another for 30, maybe a little extra for playoff games played. It protects the salary cap, it keeps the locker room happy, and it doesn't block any of our young prospects from moving up if things don't work out. If Laine stays healthy and finds his touch, the Leafs get an elite top 6 forward for the price of a middle 6 grinder. It's an absolute steal. And if the injuries linger or he just doesn't fit, it's 1 year, you shake his hand, thank him for his time, and you move on. No long-term cap hell, no messy buyouts. It's the perfect safety net. But here's the thing I really want you to picture, the hockey fit. Right now, when Laine plays, he's often expected to be the guy. He's got to carry the offensive load, draw the top defensive pair, and create his own space. That's a lot of pressure, especially when you're trying to bounce back from injuries. Now imagine dropping him into the Toronto lineup. Imagine him on a wing with Auston Matthews and William Nylander. Think about the ice that opens up for him. Auston is going to draw the absolute best shutdown defenders in the league. Nylander is going to be dishing out no-look passes from the half wall. Laine wouldn't have to do anything fancy. He wouldn't have to dangle through 3 guys. He just has to plant his feet, get the biscuit, and unleash that world-class release. It's the perfect environment for a reclamation project. He gets to just be a finisher. The pressure is off, the line mates are elite, and playing in the barn at Scotiabank Arena with that crowd behind him, that could be exactly the change of scenery he needs to fall in love with the game again. At the end of the day, this is a total win-win. For Laine, it's a chance to rebuild his value in a high-profile, supportive market. If he has a 30-goal season, he's going to get paid handsomely next summer, whether it's here or somewhere else. For the Leafs, it's a cheap lottery ticket that could turn into a legitimate top-line weapon for a playoff run. You don't win the Stanley Cup by playing it safe all the time. Sometimes you gotta take a calculated swing. And right now, Patrik Laine is sitting there right on the free agent market, waiting for a team to believe in him again. Why not be that team, Toronto? But hey, that's just my 2 cents. I want to know what you think. Is Laine a guy you'd want to see in a Leafs jersey on a prove-it deal? Or is the injury risk just too much to handle? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this little breakdown, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your hockey group chat. We've got plenty more Leafs content coming your way. Until next time, keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll catch you later, bud. Cheers.